Hi, I'm Nick Nanton, and welcome to America's Premier Experts, the one and only place where we bring the top experts in the world to you to help you have better health, wealth, and success. And I've got not just one, but two of those experts here with me today, husband and wife team Phil and Jennifer Calandra. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you, Nick.
It's great to have you guys. So let's start talking about what you do. I've been hanging out with you a lot. I know what you do. I know what you're great at, but our viewers don't. And you guys are in the financial industry, which is, it's such a broad industry, but there's so few people who are good at it, and even fewer people who are good at what you guys do. So let's talk about kind of the niche you guys serve in the financial industry.
Well, as you said, we're a unique team because there aren't many husbands and wives that do what we do in our industry. So our collective experience puts us in a position where we can see things in a little bit different perspective, and that helps people. Most people financially are going down the highway of life with one foot on the gas, one foot on the brake. They get to this destination, it's been a bumpy ride, and they're really not sure what to do. They need guidance and help and coaching, and that's what Jennifer and I are able to provide to our clients.
That's awesome. And I know, Jennifer, you have a passion for working with women with finance as well,
Absolutely, don't you? Absolutely. I find that the situations that I meet are women that are coming out of divorce, or they've recently lost their husband, or they've lost their job. And I just try to empower them and educate them and get them on the right track and take control of their finances, because the decisions that you make define where you end up. So.
I completely agree. And obviously you work with men as well, but you have a passion for helping women in those types of scenarios.
Well, what's really unique is if we have a husband and a wife come in, we're both in there in the meetings. I'm her advocate, he's his advocate, and it's just really nice. But I meet typically one-on-one with women. But if they do come in with a husband, we just take the team approach.
That's awesome. Now, Phil, the problem I think for a lot of people is they don't understand the difference between accumulation and distribution of wealth, which is something people really don't talk about much. Right. But so let's say there's someone watching this right now, pretty typical scenario. They've been working hard for 20, 30 years. They've been saving their company they've been working at might even have assigned them to some sort of advisor. The advisor's maybe done a great job, maybe even held them out of losing money. I mean, this is like the perfect scenario. But still, that advisor most likely is not the advisor for them right now because this is such a specialty. Can you talk a little bit about how you've got to protect your income more than ever when you're getting into that retirement red zone, we'll call it?
Exactly right. The point you make is the advisor or the strategies that got you to this point in your life are not the strategies that are going to propel you over the next 30 years in retirement. So what people end up doing is they make mistakes because it's not something they're really used to. I'll ask you a question. What color is a stop sign?
Red.
And white.
Yes.
What color is a yield sign?
I don't know.
Most people would say they're yellow and black, but yield signs haven't been yellow and black since 1971. So you're driving down the road this evening on the way home and you're missing something that's been changed and it's been all around you. Mm-hmm. We do the same thing with our money. We don't know what we don't know, and that happens, that analogy really gets people to think, I really didn't recognize that yield signs were red and white now, the same as a stop sign.
Yeah, I didn't even know there were yield signs, apparently. No, I'm just kidding. But no, you're right.
We're not going to be where you're driving.
I'm confused. I'm even confused about it because it's so funny. Because, it's funny, if you think about like in books and stuff, you see this classic yellow and black image of a yield sign. Yeah. Again, that's not what it is. So it's right. Close to stop, but not quite there.
So people don't see things that are around them. We do the same thing with our money. So we get through this whole process of life, accumulating and putting kids through school and saving and doing the hard things in life, and then you get to these retirement years, and one simple mistake or not recognizing the color of the sign can destroy years of hard work.
Wow, that's a great analogy, and yeah, there's not many options once you hit that point in your life either. That's why I know you specialize in working with people from 5 to 10 years out from retirement, because that's the point we've really got to start focusing, because I don't think it hits people until they actually retire that there's no way to make a big chunk of money anymore. If you make a mistake, there's only really one option.
That's right.
Hopefully even that one option to go back out and try to get it back.
That's right.
So it's all about protecting principal, and I know a lot of people don't really understand that. A lot of people think that they're diversified really well because they're in 5 different mutual funds, and I know that's not true. I know you do as well. Tell us about
it's not true. Well, it all goes, the message we always try to get across is you have got to have a plan. There's got to be a plan in place. A lot of people come at it from the products that they have. Oh, I have this mutual fund or this annuity or these stocks. Unless you know the process and the plan, the products are secondary. So what we really focus on and what we're kind of known for in our area is just putting a plan in place. Once we know where you're at, where you're trying to go, the products then are very, very easy to go out and find.
They absolutely are. And I know you guys fall into a really great space in the financial marketplace where you're called independent. And I think a lot of people don't understand that either. Phil, do you want to explain kind of how that works?
Well, when you come to our office, our name is on the door. So we're not backed, we're not part of any big bank or big financial institution. So we're able to do things a little bit differently that's actually in the best interest of the client, not the interest of the C-level, the CEO or the CFO that's trying to manage this big, huge corporation. So I think an independent advisor gives a different perspective. It gives people maybe some different hope and different strategies and plans, like Jennifer said, that you wouldn't get if you walked into a bank or one of the big Wall Street firms.
You're absolutely right. And I think one of the things people don't realize is that when you go to a big, we'll call it a Wall Street firm or a big brokerage, their job is to sell you what they're supposed to be selling right now.
Exactly.
It may not be the best thing for you.
You have to fit into their products.
Right.
It's very, very different working with an independent advisor because you're first. The products we can go out and get anywhere we want to.
Right.
We have just the access
Yeah, I think
to
the main
that.
difference would be product sales versus strategic planning. And I would lean towards the strategic planning. As you mentioned, when you get into that retirement on the cusp of that, the mistakes, the things that you can do wrong compound themselves.
Absolutely. And I would say to everyone at home, stop and think the last time, if you were working with a large brokerage firm, when was the last time they said, you know, we don't have a product that suits you? Probably not, right? And,
Right.
and the chances are it can't always be a great fit, right? So that's why
right.
it's really advantageous to have someone like yourself who can shop the world over to find the best products and services that your people need, rather than just trying to make the annual travel trip because you sold enough of
that's
this one
right.
product, right?
Absolutely right.
Absolutely. So, all right. So I know you guys have helped a lot of people, but Jennifer, you want to tell me maybe one of your favorite stories of your favorite client you worked with?
So for me, it's a very dear lady that came to us. We met her a couple years ago, and at that time, she was not ready. It was not right. We met her. She was wonderful. We had a great relationship, but she was not ready to make the necessary changes that she had to do. She went out and kind of, I think, looked around and tried to find something that was maybe different or more suitable for her, and we just kept in touch and let her know we cared and sent her birthday cards and things like that. And she came back around realizing that she should have kind of did what we had recommended the first time. Now she is our largest referrer. She is my surrogate mom in Georgia because my family's in Delaware. And she just stands up as much as she can and just tells people that, you know, we are very, very different. We keep in touch and we do what we feel as though is best for them and help them the best that we possibly can, but she's very dear to us.
Awesome. And I know you guys help people in the kind of metro Atlanta area. You guys are the specialists in that area. So, Phil, if people hear this, I know they're going to say, this raised a lot of questions I didn't have, and I don't even know if I have the right person to ask those questions to. Right. How can they find you?
Well, you can get us on the internet, Calandra, that's Calandra, good Italian name, CalandraFinancialGroup.com. The phone rings 678-218-5925, 678-218-5925.
Awesome, man. It was great having you guys both on the show. Great advice. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Nick.
you, Nick.